ready for the summertime? Are you ready for the summertime?
Hi guys, it's your girl Diamond Ray, and today I'm going to talk about path blockers and why God is going to deal with them. I'm just going to get straight to the point, so yeah. Guys, I just want to quickly bring up this topic quickly, and it's about path blockers. I don't know, like I've said this on my TikTok before, but I'm going to bring it up on YouTube because I want this to help people and I want people to see this. In this life, there's something called path blockers, and I've had enough, and I'm going to deal with these people. They really need to be told and they really need to be dealt with because like it's really bad. Like it happens in the Black community, it happens like in our friendship groups, it happens in our family, and it's just like people just hate. You know, this world is finished when people hate because you're happy. Shouldn't it be the opposite? Shouldn't people be celebrating because you're happy? No, these days people are hating because you're happy. People are hating because you're successful. People are hating because you're getting money. People are hating because you're smelling nice. People are hating because you're smelling good. Those were the days. It's like, don't you want slavery to end? Like, why do you want life to be like slavery? Like, people think you're winning because you're smiling and you're taking pictures on YouTube. Like, it's taking pictures on social media. Like, it's just dumb. Yeah, people are telling people who and who to follow. Who are you to tell people who and who to follow? If somebody likes somebody for something that you don't like them for, that's their own business why they're following. You shouldn't be the one to now go and open your mouth. Don't follow that person because she's dark skinned. Don't follow that person because she doesn't make good content. What? Everybody is God's children. So you don't know what God has destined for somebody. That's another thing. Not just people path blocking in careers. People path blocking careers. They path blocking relationships. They path blocking in jobs. They path blocking in people's hobbies. They path blocking people's in any interest that people have. And it's just like, how dare you? How dare you path block in somebody's relationship? You don't know what God has put this girl and this guy together. Maybe they don't even know why God has put them together. God might have put them together to create something that's going to help the masses. God may have put them together because there's a soul connection that they need to fix. But you from the outside, because you have big eyes, because you're so damn nosy. You know, some people, they don't do witchcraft, but they have witchcraft behavior. Because you're so nosy and you're so disgusting, you're so selfish, you go behind that person's back and you want to ruin the relationship. You go and put words and poison people's ears just so the boy and the girl can be separated. People like that, yeah, there's a special place in hell for them. They think they're not going to hell, but they are going to hell because stuff like that, you are not God. It's God that created man and woman, and it's God that created the beginning and end. You do not have the right to come and put your hand where God did not say you should put your hand. You do not have the right to put your mind where God did not say you should put your hand. It's God's mind, God's timing, not your timing, and it's not by your timing. And people think, yeah, like, for example, when it comes to success, they only want you to win when they're ready. Excuse you? No, wait. She's moving forward in life, but just give me time so that when I'm ready or when I'm more successful, then I'll probably let her have her space and let her have her shine. No. I don't like people who don't let other people have a shine because it's not always all about you. You have to let other people have a shine. People literally have mental breakdowns just because somebody's looking better than them, someone's doing better than them. In life, you have to accept that there's always going to be someone better than you. I know there's always going to be someone prettier, smarter, better looking, whatever, talented than me. I've accepted that in life. But some people don't want to accept that. And as soon as they see someone else doing better, they have a mental breakdown because they always thought they were going to be number one. Excuse me, there's more than 50,000 billion people in this world. Like, the world does not revolve around you. People are having kids. People are dying. Life moves on. After you, there's life. And me personally, I know that I'm going to die. So everything that I'm doing is not about materialism because it's me. And it's crazy because people actually go around like pretending they're a good person and they don't have good intentions for you. They act like they're a good person. Like, yeah, I care. And just because they're nice and they're sweet and they're polite and they have a nice voice, that they're a good person. And not everybody's a good person. Some people are just puppets and manipulators. Like, they have everything they want, but they have to go and now want to come and destroy everything everybody else has. And I hate when people use the word humble. Know when and when to use that word, because when you say some people need to be humble, that's out of jealousy. No, let me tell you what people need to be humble. You can't tell people to be humble. You don't even know if that person is sleeping on a couch. You don't know if that person's a rough sleeper. If somebody doesn't have the life of Kanye West, they're not living in a £3 billion mansion. They're not living in they're not going to pools every Sunday. You can't tell someone to be humble just because they decided to smile on a picture on Instagram, just because they decided to be happy and dance with their friends. You can't tell somebody to be humble just because they have a certain following and they're happy. You don't even know if that person's really happy. The problem is, you're not happy. And the problem is some people are just hating, because you never hear millionaires, billionaires, rich people, famous people tell other people less than them, be humble, do this. How do you think they got there? They're not going to get their contracts and their deals and £1 million deals and the dollars by saying, I was humble, I was humble. How the hell do you put yourself out there? Nobody in life got something because of humility. You don't go on your CV and say, oh yeah, and I served at a church and I did Holy Communion. They're going to give you a job. People lie on their CV. How the hell do you think they make like 60 to 80k a year? They're not going to. It's not humility that got them the job. It's not humility that got them the real job. In this life, being humble has been played down, and be humble has been twisted. And the thing about us in life is we've played ourselves down, not just as people, but as black people in general. We have played ourselves down because we have been treated so badly, especially due to slavery. We have this mind that we always have to be on the backseat. We have this mind that we always have to be hidden. We have this mind that we can never be first, and we can never be leaders, and we can never be good. So whenever we see another person of color doing well or doing better than us, be humble, be humble, be humble, be humble. But how do you think that Caucasian people are winning in life? You never see them in the BBC, ITV saying, be humble, be humble. How many people of colour do you see in the ITV, in the BBC, in the news, like presenting the news, presenting the weather? How many people do you see? They don't let people like us in. So when you see other people finding avenues and creating, some people, art is their therapy. Some people, music, dance is their therapy. Some people, they need to put themselves out there because after they turn off the camera, they want to kill themselves. So it's not always about be humble, be humble. You genuinely don't know why someone's doing something. So some people are just path blocking out of pure hate. They path block because of jealousy. They pretend to be good people. And this is the reason why you shouldn't tell everybody your problems, because some are listening is sometimes a devil's advocate. Some people are not listening to your problems because they want to help you. Some people are listening to your problems so they can gossip about you. They can see your weakness and they can fight whatever weakness you have. So you have to be very careful who you speak. You start helping yourself and doing your own thing because nobody's helping you. They start calling you spoiled. And it's just like, hold on. They're not spoiled. I'm not spoiled. I work hard for what I want. I don't get what I want in life. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, they're literally calling people who are broke, who struggle to pay for their car petrol, who struggle to pay for their finance like transport and food, who don't even have their own property, who are not owning their own house, who are not driving a Porsche, who are not driving a BMW, who are showing them love. You're spoiled. No, you're jealous. The person is not spoiled. You're fucking jealous because, like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, this is why this just goes like with the whole win. So I don't want to hear about Illuminati or whatever about Beyonce. I don't care. The only reason why I'm going to talk about Beyonce is because I'm going to talk about characteristics. The way she is because she's had to separate herself. Reasons being, I understand, because it's that mindset, it's that mentality. This is why she is where she is as a black woman. She's very successful because she doesn't have that stupid mentality. You didn't see her when she was working with Kelly Rowland and Michelle saying, "Oh, you're arrogant. You can't work with me. You think you're better than me. I'm not going to help you." Up to now, they're still cool. Even though she's doing better, they're still cool. Like, that's why she separated herself from bullshit. Because if she was in the mix, they would have said, "Oh, she's humble, she's arrogant, and she's nasty, and she's rude, and she's a copycat, and she's this, and she's that." And she don't respond to that bullshit. Because then again, that's the same, like, slavery mindset that we have. Like, we do it to each other, and it's just silly because it's just like, these other person is coming at them. You want certain people like us to support you. And the thing is, like, I don't understand why people want people to lose so badly. Don't you understand? Like, if somebody you know wins, that means you win as well. If someone close to you wins and you wanted help tomorrow for one thing or the other, it's easy like that. But you blocking their path, you also block your own path. Yeah, you can win tomorrow, but you might not get exactly what you need. You may win tomorrow, but you might need something from that person that you've blocked, and it's completely stopped with you. Another thing is, you path blocking somebody like means that you've path blocked yourself, because that shit comes down to karma as well. So I don't understand why people path block. They like to path block. They like to create delays. They like to create blocks. They like to create obstacles. They poison your name. They poison your content, and they have the audacity to be saying stuff like, "Oh, why are you coming on social media to post? Why are you posting this online? People only post this content online. You're showing off, you're flexing." And if you have a problem with it, you should actually be minding your business. Go and read a book. Like, go and read your book. Like, if you have a problem with people posting certain contents, then why are you even on social media? Like, I don't get it. It's always the ones who complain about what people are posting on social media that you post on social media the most. Go on that they don't like your content, but you will go on a whole app to talk about somebody. If you don't like what somebody's doing, you will block them, you will stop talking to them, or you will move away. But you choose to go on a whole app to talk about that person, that means you really do care and you really do like that person. You're a secret fan. You secretly admire that person, but you're sad because you can't do what they're doing. That's why you would go on a whole app to talk about what somebody's content. If you don't like somebody's content, why are you watching them? These people are threatened by your power, threatened by what you can do, threatened by your potential. And it's like some of these people, they even do spells. They do spells so they can block you, block your path as well. And it's like some of them are even in relationships, but you're a threat to them. They're in relationships where they want your downfall. They're doing decent work-wise and in money, but they still want your downfall. Like, they assume that you're happy and you're successful, so they want things to go bad for you. They don't even know that you don't put your problems on social media. You don't put your problems to other people. You don't bring your problems to everybody. You sometimes just, you go to God, you spend time with God, and they're too jealous to understand that because they're too busy focused and putting all their energy on you. And if they put all that energy in creating something that might make them happy, then they'll be less focused on what you're doing. We're jealous of people's following, and it's just like you do everything just so people can follow them, stop promoting them, stop helping them, stop engaging with them. And it's just so stupid. Like, people try to block so badly, and it's just like, you can do well as well. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, something that's not even bringing any money. Like, people that you should be hating on that are even flying on jet plane every single month is the ones that are struggling, trying to hustle. Choose to hate on those people because of their social media following and their engagement. Maybe that person's authentic. You don't know. Not because somebody's on social media means they're sleeping around most times, but it don't mean you have a lot of friends. You can still have a big following and still be the loneliest, most depressed person in the world. It don't mean anything. And the people that you should stay away from is the Mrs. I'm trying to fit in. People who are always trying to fit in always need validations. Those are the most dangerous people, because anyone who feels they need to fit into a certain crowd in life, that means they need constant validation and reassurance. And because they need to fit into that crowd, they treat other people badly just so they can be the in crowd, the it crowd, the rude crowd, the dangerous crowd, the bully crowd. Like, they will shit on you because they want to fit in. People that don't want to fit in are the best. They don't care about what people think. They're not trying to fit in that crowd. How they dress, how they talk, how they walk, how they act, how they present themselves is different, is genuine, is unique. That's why they say most of the realest people, they don't have many friends, because they're by themselves. They're unique. They're different. They don't care to fit into that person. It doesn't mean they don't like them. They don't care to fit in. They don't care to try and be like everybody else.